So yesterday we had discussed about the annotations related to analytical queries. Okay. So as a part of that, we used an annotation of data cube. Okay. Once we use this particular annotation, we have seen the difference. Wherever that price, quantity, amount fields come into picture, it is expecting some unit of measure reference and aggregation reference. It is expecting unit of measure and aggregation reference. Now this is the view which I created. On top of this, now I'm going to create a consumption, guys. On top of this, I'm going to create a consumption which is of data type query, which is of data type query. Now see here, creating a new. I'm using ZC. C represents for consumption naming standard. ZI we follow, ZC we follow, guys. Okay, something. Okay, ZC. I'm clicking on just next. Same procedure, guys. Doesn't matter. Only thing is few annotations will change. Now this is the by default it taken reference of previous CDS because we given it automatically all fields as came. That's fine, not an issue. Let's see it. Now I'm going to copy this couple of annotations. Okay, now here instead of composite, I'm going to use consumption. Okay, I'm going to use consumption. Okay, and here instead of this, I'm going to use analyticals data category true. Analyticals data category true. Now see here, guys. Once I specify here, okay, this particular annotation, you can write CDS on top of only single CDS. Okay, you cannot group multiple CDS or you cannot use associations here in this particular type of CDS. Okay, analyticals data query true. If I specify this, then it is becomes a reporting. Okay, now query analytics followed by just I'm specifying true. That's it. Okay, now this particular CDS has become now a consumption with an reporting tool. Now you'll get some errors. Okay, let me first provide that name ZC sales daily 06 some name. Okay, now these are the fields of this particular CDS. Here associations cannot be projected if this particular type is consumption. If type is query is true. If the associations cannot be projected, you can consume fields of associations, but you cannot project it. You cannot project. See here, if I save it and activate it, you'll get an associations error. See here, you'll getting a warning. See here, association customer line column 4 is ignored, not relevant. Okay, not relevant for BW query because this particular analyticals once you specify, these are also relevant. It is also used for BW queries. It is not relevant. So generally, so this type of things we write, we will not use associations in this. We will not even project the values which are associations directly from previous one. We can consume the fields, but not the complete structure. We can consume but not the complete structure. Now like this I specified it. Okay, so now these are the fields. Perfect. Saving it till this point, activating it. Saving this till this point and activating it. Okay, now your view is ready, guys. View is ready. Just you return X, what are the fields you required from the previous CDS, base CDS. Now if I do inner join, it will not accept. See here, inner join or left outer join, anything. Inner join, some I'm using VBAK just to show you guys. Should be equal to okay. See here, now it is not accepting inner join. See here, select define select from so and so. It is not even accepting the inner join, guys, because it is specified this particular. Once you specify, you can retrieve data only based on single CDS. Okay, and that CDS should be of type cube. Recommended that CDS should be of type of cube. That's it. See here, V cube. You do all operations what you required in the cube layer. There can be cube on cube, doesn't matter. But once you write this, it should be on top of required CDS that has single layer. It has represent single layer. Hope it's clear, guys, for queries and reporting purpose. Okay, now this CDS becomes a final CDS where you can consume as a part of third-party systems, or you, in regular ABAP reporting, you can use any other system, guys. When it goes to the third-party system and any of your this particular reporting tools, then we have to follow this particular structuring. Okay. Now see here, I'm just activating it, and once you create this particular thing, you can see this particular CDS in your app and followed by in your backend transaction RSRT, where you can see BW queries RSRT. The transaction is RSRT, guys. Okay. Okay. You can view this particular information from the backend. If you want to test it, you can test it using RSRT, the transaction, and you can also test using. Sorry. And you can also test using apps also, guys. Okay, that you can use query browser or report view browser to test the output. Okay, query browser or view browser, any app. Or view browser, guys, view browser. Okay, in these two apps you can use any one of the app to test it. Generally, if anything which is type of C means consumption, we always use the query browser, guys. You can view all the views as a part of this particular system using view browser, guys, but as a functional we'll use a query browser to check it, guys. Okay, now let's see it. First I'll test check in the RSRT transaction. You can still use SE16, all these things. You can do all these things, that is as it is, guys. Additional to that, these are the things that you have, we can use it. Okay, I'm using transaction RSRT. Okay, now see here ABAP BIX, it's a BIX queries. This is a transaction to execute BIX queries, guys. Okay, now what are the BW queries? Okay, what are the thing which you specified query and followed by this automatically it has been used as an BIX queries. We call it as queries. Okay, now I just need to use this particular view name for the backend purpose. Okay, this is the name. Just see here, guys. Use prefix 2C. Use prefix 2C. Okay, 2C consumption. That is an standards, guys. We have to follow that. Followed by the your SQL view name. 2C followed by SQL view name. Just enter it. You will get output. See here, automatically just what I done 2C. Okay, followed by the name of the view. When I click on enter, automatically what is this 05? Automatically it took. We doesn't provided any name. It has taken from where it is fetching 05, which is of type cube. This is the layer, top layer, but it is retrieving data from this particular thing. So automatically it took, guys. We doesn't provide anything, just we provided this and it automatically taken. Now when I execute it, now you'll get like a report. See here, these are the columns. These are the columns which are been as a part of yours. Now see here, these are the amount fields by default it came. Amount fields by default it came. Now for example, okay, I want this particular field. Okay. Just click on this arrow. Okay, now see here, I'm just clicking on it. I'm taking that particular fields. Okay, by default it is not coming. You are going to select what are the fields that are required. Now see here, what are the fields you required. By default it is not going to come, guys. It is just we are selecting what are the fields we are required, that I'm selecting as a part of. Just clicking on that arrow. See here, there is a expand it in the rows. Expand in the rows. This is a column, this is an arrow. Okay, sorry, rows and columns means rows means like this as a things. These columns will be key figures, will be columns. All amount and quantity related should be in the columns. Okay, now see here, Just what are the fields you required, like an ALV, that you can specify it, guys. That's it, guys. This is just like a, now see here, it looking like a report. It looking like a report. Look and feel is a report. Now end users will use this only, guys. The same thing I'm going to show you in the app related. Just a minute. Okay, prior to that, going to app, let's add couple of annotations. Now see here, for example, I executed. Okay, now by default, I'm not getting any fields like created by, say, created on, description, customer. All these things are not coming by default. Only net price, quantity, net value, net price. Okay, this is related to pricing card. Only these columns are coming because these columns by default it is coming, it is taking as a key figures. Okay, the columns which you specified as an aggregation sum, only that are coming, guys. Observe it. The columns which you specified aggregation sum, only that are coming. Now see here, PR0, SKTO, VRPS. These three followed by net amount and net price amount quantity. Only these are coming. If you see here in the output, only the net price, quantity, net value, only 6 columns which you specified aggregation sum, only that are coming by default. Okay, that we call it as any amount quantity related. You have to specify some aggregation. It may be none or anything that comes under key figures. As I said, by default you specify sum. So yesterday I given based on the value of the character fields, it will be automatically does the sum. Now see, only I selected now created. Okay, for example, I select here item sales document. Okay, just I'm selecting sales document and followed by sales item, sales document and sales item. Now if you see here, the first record sales order 1 as item 10 and 20. The price of this first record is $1,000 and second record is 16.9. Okay, and quantity is 23 pieces and 21 pieces. Okay, and net value is this. Okay, now for a sales order document 1, two items, each item has this. Now I don't want item, simply I'm just removing it. Okay, simply I'm removing the item from my column, hiding. Automatically see here, sales document 1 record this as became 1000 plus 16, $1,016. The two pieces 23 plus come some amount, some quantity, it has become 44. So automatically it has been summed. Means now the aggregation is happening by this particular field. If you add any other field, automatically this will splits. For example, okay, I want created by. Now see here, sales document and followed by created. I'll just remove this, what we say, sales document itself. I want only aggregation by created. Just see here, guys, how flexibility. Only, okay, this is the user created this much sales value in this particular past 1 month. Just reporting, guys. So you are playing with that. You are not doing, you just done one report. Automatically aggregations are happening. This is the advantage of reporting of CDS, guys. Okay. Any questions on this? Till this point? Okay, now by default when I execute it, okay, when I execute the transaction RSRT, okay, when I execute it, by default I'm not getting any fields by default, but I want to get some fields here. Okay, how user will not go and select every time what are the fields required. Some there it should be some fields. Based on that, user will which is not required, you will remove it, and if required, you will keep it. So by default, I require some fields. So okay, guys, for that we have an annotations, guys. Go to the query. Okay, now see here. Okay, I want the field sales document and item should be in the output. Okay, by default you will specify, right? ALV field catalog, same thing. Okay, at the rate of guys, at the rate of, okay, analyticals, okay, analyticals dot, okay, analyticals details dot followed by query. Okay, followed by this annotations only works if it is of type consumption and analytical query, then only these annotations work. You cannot use these annotations in cube or any other CDS, guys, any other type of CDS. Only if analytical query and consumption, these annotations will go will work, guys. Okay, dot, okay, query dot axis means now I'm going to specify y-axis or x-axis. Now I'm going to specify rows. Okay, now rows means it will come like this, guys. Here in the output, if you see here, okay, any aggregations is called columns. Key figures aggregate, if it has an aggregation, then it is a columns, guys. We should use a column. Row means like this, means by record. Row means by record. Column means summation. Column means summation. Don't assume this is one column. I understand this is one column, but here we are adding like a here, created by, okay, created by and created on. It is like a record. It is a row. It is a row. For that particular thing, this is a group. This is a value. So here you have specified that as an axis is row. The possible axes are row, columns, follow or none. I don't want to display in this. I just want to hide. No, by default, it should not come. If user want to select, he can select. Then you need to use none. You need to use none. How you use in ALV, field catalog, disable. Okay, no output. Same thing, none. None. Okay, your field will come, but by default, it will not come in the output. So likewise, for all the required fields, I can specify rows. Okay. Just rows as a thing. Annotations. Sales category, yes. All the things I'm going to specify. For all fields, you need to specify, guys. Otherwise, it is not going to come by default. How you specify for all the fields in the field catalog, the same process. Okay. Material name, sold to party. Okay, now this is a net price amount. I'm not going to specify where net price amount. That's fine. This is a quantity amount related, quantity, transaction currency. Yes. Okay, and order quantity, no. Order quantity unit, yes, and followed by net amount, no. These four fields I'm not going to specify it, guys. Okay, for that I can keep it in between, or that's your wish. You can keep in between or last, doesn't matter, because these are all columns. Automatically it comes at the last only. It comes at the last. In between rows there will be no columns. Okay, in between regular fields and measurement fields will not come in between. So doesn't matter. If you want to look and feel, you want to keep it last, you can keep it, guys, so that to avoid a confusion. That's your wish. It doesn't matter, guys. Sequence doesn't matter. Annotations makes a difference. Okay, now quantity unit, fine. Just I'm pulling at the last. Okay, now automatically this comes, now saving it till this point and activating it. Over, guys. Now okay, you specified all the things as row, nothing but you are added the field catalog. The possible values, guys, rows, columns or none. Rows, columns or none, guys. Okay, remember, rows, columns, none. Basically, for all non-quantitative amount fields, we use rows. For all measurement fields like sum, which you used aggregation sum, for that we have to use column. If it doesn't specify anything, by default it takes column. If it doesn't specify anything for aggregation fields, listen carefully. If it doesn't specify anything for an aggregation fields, by default it takes like a column. By default it takes like a columns. Okay, since I didn't specify anything, automatically it takes to be columns. Now I'm going to the, now see here, RSRT, executing it. See here guys, now automatically it came. Now automatically it came. Okay, if any blank value, it represents like a hash, guys, doesn't matter. If any blank value in the field, then it represents like a hash in the output. See here, all the fields has came like a reporting. Okay, all the fields has came. Now see here, how big one. Okay, now I'm going to show through the Fiori Launchpad. Let's see that also. I'm going to the Fiori Launchpad.
With parameters is not allowed in consumption view?
No. You cannot. With parameters, you can call it, but you need to suppress it. You need to pass default values at the time of calling. I said you, when you're calling any CDS of type with parameter, you can pass the default values, right? That we have to specify.
Okay, thank you.
In consumption, you can provide your selection fields, all these things. Again, with parameters doesn't make sense. Okay, fine. I'm just providing what is the user. Let me do. Okay. So new. Now I'm just using it. Guys, always recommended to test from this particular app. Always recommended to test from this particular browser. RSRT for initial purpose. Okay, if it is working in RSRT means it should work in your app, but making sure that you should test from this particular thing is okay. Now I'm going to the app view browser or query browser. Okay, both things doesn't matter. Okay, view browser or query browser, whichever app. Okay, view browser or query browser. Okay. Okay, see here, view browser or query browser. Automatically both are appearing. It as part of same group. These two apps are part of same group. Okay. Reporting, these are reporting apps. I'm going to select my CDS. I know the name of the CDS since it's a custom. I know my CDS. I directly select the CDS so instead of searching all these things. It's taking loading time. Just a minute. Okay, now let it load. And now I'm just providing the name of the CDS. Automatically it comes here. See here. Okay, name of the CDS, description, status not released. That's fine. Custom. It's a custom one. Nobody releases. If you want, you can do release also, guys. I can show that steps. Not an issue. Just one flag. Okay. Data cube. Sorry, query. See here. Type consumption. This is nothing but we provided these annotations there. If I go here. Okay. If I click on this arrow, it goes inside. Click on this. It goes inside. And you can see all the details and fields of this particular view. Oh, see here. Okay, these are the fields which you referred in this particular CDS. Annotations, what are the annotations which you used, and what are the cross reference as a part of this, what is the CDS that you used. Okay, again if you click on this CDS, it navigates to that CDS. Same thing, house standard. See, now as a part of this, you use these all things used as a part of this. This is way how it displays, guys. This is way how it displays. Okay, now I'm just going to back to my definition. Okay, now this is my CDS. I'm selecting it. See here, show content. Show content. It will only enable when you see this particular query. If I, for example, see here, show content is getting enabled. For example, just to show you, I'm just clicking on 05. The CDS, other CDS. See here, oh, whatever, sales, okay, ZSA. Okay, ZSA. Okay, this is also CDS. When I select it, see here, show content is not enabled here. Show content is not enabled here. What is assumed here? Only any CDS of data type, data category, query, data category query, that type of CDS you can view the data from this particular apps. Other CDS you can see the what is properties, what are the fields, what it is used, all technical related, but you cannot see the content of that particular CDS. Okay, only the CDS which is of type this particular query and consumption, only that can be viewed here, guys. Now see here, I'm going specifying again C and followed by 6. Okay, display it. Okay, now once I select this particular, okay, select this just like a navigation, show content, show content. Now if I click on show content, it will display the report, guys. Show content, just a minute. Not open. Yes, it is opening. Now see, guys, how look and feel. Look and feel, see here. This is a report, guys. This is a report. Now see here, all measures. Here the measures are nothing but all the fields which you specified aggregation sum. It may be from the cube or it may be from the consumption, doesn't matter. It is from the cube. It is taking a properties from the cube. All the things are measured as a consumption, aggregation measures. On rows which you specified as a property. See here, sales document, sales item, all these things as a reporting. Okay, you can see full-fledged report, guys. See here, I click on full screen. Yes, you can see full-fledged reporting. Yes, this is a report where end users uses, guys. In S4, it doesn't uses any ALV or anything. See, same you created only with CDS, but it looking like a Fiori app. It looking like a Fiori app. Does it make any difference for the end user perspective? Now this is a report, guys. This is a report now, plain report. Okay, now if I just I'm going back. Okay, I don't want to do something. Okay, I don't want to use this all things sales document. I don't want created on created by. I don't want it. Yeah, I can just remove it. Okay, remove and place here. That's it. Remove it. It will go from here automatically. Doesn't matter. How you play with your regular ALVs. Okay. And I don't want this. What is it? Sold to party is fine. I don't want document condition. Why I require? No, I require. Don't require it. Okay. And document currency. Okay, fine. Sales unit. I find is fine. Like this. Whichever fields you don't want it, just throw out of it. See here, automatically see a document condition which is not tick. Again, if you require, come place and here, place here. That's it, guys. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll do some of the annotations. None. Okay. Created date is fine. Sales document category doesn't matter for me. I'll use none. Okay, and created document type. Does it require? No. Document name does it require for me? None. Okay, sales organ distribution, deal division, sold to party, customer name, condition record, sales document condition. I'm specifying none. Okay, material sold to party, currency, that's fine. Transaction currency, ship to party, customer. Okay, these all things fine. Activating till this point. Okay, now object activated. Now I'm going to again app, just refreshing it, guys. Go back, select it again, just load, show content. Okay, because you've done some changes. Now see here, description. Okay, sum, which is description, condition record, price unit, sales document, which is in hide mode, by default. That is not coming. Only you can see rows. Okay, now this is the record. That's fine. Now full screen, sales document. Okay, so these are the measuring values. These are measuring values. See, you will get scroll for non-measuring. This is like a key fields. Okay, measuring, scroll for other fields based on your requirement. You can check it, guys. Okay, now simply if I, okay, see here, okay, I don't want item here. I don't want item. Yes, I can remove this item automatically. Quantities will and amount will be adjusted. See here, guys, it will be summation. It will do summation. Now see here, I'm just removing item number. Clearly observe 2321. It will be for sales order. Okay, 2321. It should become 44. Now this big should become 1016. This should become all 23,354. Like that, it should sum. Now see here, I'm providing sales document. I just providing into hide mode. I'm just keeping. Now automatically report should be adjusted by sales. See here, it is by sales document. Okay, still it is being differentiated because there may be some column which has unique value. Let's see, distribution division, that's fine. And okay, the material is making difference, material, and followed by, because unique material is the one only thing. Yes, only material is there. Let's remove that material also. Material and material description, it is unique. That's it. Material description. Now see here guys, all unique fields, it became now unique. Summation will happen. Order quantity, net price, it has been summation. This automatically doing guys. Now if you see a report, that's it. It's a regular report. You can play, user will play based on his things. You provide a single field column. He has full control where you want to do summation, all these things. If you go with a regular ALV, he has to select it, group it, sum it, all these things. It has more flexibility compared to this. Okay, and you can see here, user go with a chart. You can go with the chart also guys. Okay, depends on the type of the report. By default, inbuilt features guys, this all chart. Okay, you can goes with chart and table, depends what type of graph you want it. You want to open sales order, by date, or by customer, say customers by net due. These all things they can prepare chart and give this as a PPTs guys. That's what we do in real life. Okay, now if he can export to Excel, guys. That's his wish. Okay, see here, there is an export to Excel. This all in features guys, inbuilt features. Export to Excel, and followed by there are settings. Swipe. This is all nothing but chart settings. You can swipe to access all these things. Swipe access means y axis to right. These all things you can do it guys. That depends on your requirement. Now see here guys, I just want to show one small play. In measures, I'll make one of the column as here, one of the column I'll make it to quantity. Let's see what happens if I can make it. Just a minute. Okay, I'm making into columns. Now see, output will change. How the output appears. Now see here, it is appearing by this way. Okay, this is one quantity. Okay, for fields, okay, this all comes like a quantity wise. The complete structure of visibility of report is completely changed guys. Okay, depending on the type of the way of reporting, you need to use that particular thing guys. Okay, so likewise, if you use this, it comes like a row. It comes like a row. The row followed by this particular fields. So generally 99% all aggregation fields will be columns and all other will be rows. Any questions, any confusions until this point? Any questions guys? Okay, fine, super. Now here we specified the field name is coming automatically. We seen in this app, this particular thing, it is coming as sales document created by this. But as a thing, whenever you display as a output, we require our own label. How you define field catalog, right? You define end user text at the top. Okay, label of the column. Same way we have to specify in the CDS also, right? So for that we have an annotation guys, at the rate of, okay, end user text followed by label. Okay, you can specify anything. Sales document. Okay, sales document, some name. So this annotation is used to specify the label for the field level. Okay, label headings for the field level. Okay, followed by this. Likewise, you can specify the n number of fields you have, that for that many fields you have to specify. There is no other option guys. Sales document item. Otherwise by default it takes a technical field name. Sales document item. Otherwise it will simply take technical field name in your output. PR00 for example. If I go here, see here, PR00 value, who will understand this? Okay, I specifying it. Net value, this is okay. Division, that's fine. Now see here, SKTO, these all things are inbuilt. Okay, see here, VRS value. This is for your field name, automatically the field name is coming. If I want to assign a meaningful label, then I need to assign it, guys. End user text, whichever field. By default, we'll assign for all the fields, guys. Okay, I'm just specifying net price value, or I'll specify PR00 condition value. Okay, and similarly I'll specify, I'm just specifying for some things, guys. SKTO is a tax condition value. I think is SKTO represents for tax, that's fine. Okay, and followed VRPS is discount, something I'm just using, guys. Okay, discount like this. You can specify whatever the label you want it, guys. Okay, for all the things you have to specify, guys. The number of fields you have, that much time it takes. Net amount, some meaningful name. Net quantity. Okay, so net price. Okay, price unit. Price unit. I'm just giving some labelings, guys. Next, I'm going to specify amount and followed by quantity. Order quantity and followed by, you can specify like this. There can be n number of annotations for single field. And order unit. Okay, so just saving it till this point. I'm activating it. I provided for a couple of these things. I not provided for all these things. That depends. You can create your own labels for them. Just I'm showing you. Okay, for all the things you can use end user label followed by what label you want it, just like an heading. So now sales document and sales document item. This is the one I specified it. Now activating. If I go to the app and refresh, it should come with these labels. Okay, now see here, activating it. For the which we have not specified, it will come as a technical name. What is the field name here? That will come, guys. Now going to this, go back, come out and refresh it. Automatically it refreshes. Select it again, show content. Okay, now full screen. Yes, now see here, sales document came, sales document item. See here, PR00 condition value, tax condition value, the label which you specified, guys. Discount condition value, the label which you specified as a part of end user text, that is will be useful here. Understood? Any questions on this till this point? Any questions? Okay, now just I'm going back to normal screen instead of full screen. Okay, now see here, you have a filters, guys. You have a filters. All fields which are part of your output, that will come here. That will come here. Okay, I want to filter by sales order. I want to filter by sales order. I want to filter by material. Yes, I can do this. TG11 by default inbuilt feature. Go. That's it. It will filter only that's here. Only that filters. Inbuilt feature. Nothing we done. We have done it. Okay. If I show filter bar also. Okay. Filters. Okay. Now see here. Just automatically it is the see here. I'm just selecting this. Okay. For this particular now, it is only for this particular thing. It will go again once you go out and come. It will just refresh like just like a layout, but it is not saving as a default layout. Okay. Sales document and not I'll not take document. I'll take organization sold to party. Go. Okay. Save it till this point. I'm saving it. Okay. As set as default, that's your wish, guys, or public. Okay. This is it for everyone. Okay. This is standard for everyone. You can use it. Okay. Save it. Just what happened? Okay. It says here. You need to, if you use public means it is applicable for everyone, guys. Set as default, it is only for you. So once you need to create a transport and assign to that. Okay, you can assign to some other transport, whichever the transports here, which is this transport. Okay, I'm clicking on OK. Now saving it.